9 center to center. Probably a hair tall for me, but that's okay. Hey guys, this is John. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to do something different. Here I am with a pretty decent frame and fork. It's a 1980 Raleigh Competition GS. Now, some of you remember a lousy video I did last year where I took this frame and I took the paint off it to see if it was cracked, because I really kind of thought it was. Turns out it's not. So what we're going to do tomorrow morning is we're going to drive to Ames, Iowa. We're going to visit a gentleman named Jeffrey Bock, and he's going to paint this for me. Now, it won't be done right away. It'll probably take about 3 months before you see this thing, but I'll be excited when it's done. It's a full Reynolds frame, decent quality. It's not the top of the line, obviously, but wait till you see what he's going to do with this thing. All right, so next time I see you, we'll be getting in the car. We're going to head to Ames, Iowa. It's 5 hours. Come along. Hey, we're all loaded up. We got the frame sets in the back. Off we go. Well, now we're in Iowa. Looks very similar to Illinois, other than they have hills. If you think Iowa is flat, you haven't done RAGBRAI right across Iowa. Approaching the world's largest truck stop, that is the best place to take a tend to romanticize small towns. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should. This just looks peaceful compared to the strip mall heaven I live in. Gravel road here. I think this is it. I hope. We'll see. All right, I'm excited. Check this out. Jeffrey Bock Custom Cycles. Looks like they're doing woodwork here too. Maybe I get a wood bicycle. You know what, guys? I'm sitting here editing this video and I realize I am just a hyper fanboy during this whole interview. I kind of feel foolish, but I'm going to play the video anyway. Enjoy. Please give me some grace. Here we go. There he is, Jeffrey Bock, the man.
Hi, John.
This is the frame we've been talking about.
Raleigh Competition.
Yes, it's probably not worthy of your fine work, but honestly, it's got a little bit of that sentimental value to me. And but thanks so much for having me come in.
Well, thank
you became really highly recommended, and everyone in the bike forums is all over you, saying you got to bring your bike to this guy. And I'm going to link to a video down below of was it a news station that did a expose on you and kind of told us what you're about?
It was a local television station, WHO, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'll link that below. It's kind of a cool video. I learned a lot. And how long have you had the shop?
Well, I've been building bike frames since 1975. I've probably been in this location maybe 10 years.
And one reason I came to you is that after you were recommended, I looked at some of your work on Facebook, and you can like him on Facebook if you want. Just some beautiful lug work, beautiful paint work, and you got me excited. Even though this frame is kind of a semi-mediocre Raleigh, I knew you could bring it back to life.
Careful. I mean,
Careful.
Raleigh is quite respected.
Absolutely.
All the retail bike shops I ever worked for sold Raleigh. So Raleigh's, in spite of their faults, I've always had a soft spot for Raleigh. So
I do too, and that's why I have like 3 of these. I just enjoy them. So what are we going to do to this thing? What are you going to do to bring this thing back to life?
Well, let me get my eyes.
All right.
Well, we're going to do a little research. They're not the original decals.
Correct.
You know, I mean, it's a vinyl. That's not what they used.
Sure.
You can also see some orange peel here and stuff. So
it's been worked on.
So parts of this have been worked on, and of course.
Yeah, that's been worked on there. That was me.
Yeah, I think I saw a YouTube video of you sanding this off.
Oh, I got so much crap for that. Internet can be a cruel place, and also I was kind of stupid for what I did. But
yeah, well, you know.
I knew you were going to take this thing down to nothing and build her back up. So
I mean, you know, just speculating. I'm guessing that this got touched up when I think somebody added the water bottle bus.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And yeah, so these are not original decals, and then Raleigh, for all of their faults, would never put them on that crooked. So,
pretty bad, huh?
and then some of these don't match.
Sure, correct.
So
it's been through the mill already.
So it's been re-decaled. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of research, find out exactly which decals are supposed to be on it.
Sure.
And then we're going to take it down to bare metal. Mm-hmm. I'm going to remove the head badge, you know, carefully, because we want to reuse that.
Sure.
You know, finding a replacement online can be done, but they're, you know, good ones are scary expensive. I don't see any dents or anything.
No, I kind of looked it over. I didn't want to give you a total turd. Is there anything to do with anything we can do with this? If you notice, it's I'm trying to focus in.
Well,
it's not the smoothest brazing, or I don't know if there's anything worthy of doing there.
No.
No, good. Well, we're gonna pinstripe this thing.
You know, it's a Raleigh.
Right.
No.
All right.
You know, you start cleaning stuff. No, okay. And first of all, you know, the shorelines, basically, if they're not clean after it's done brazing, I mean,
it's done.
Yeah, I mean, you.
So then, so we're gonna paint it black. We're gonna do a gold pinstripe, which we agreed to on the phone.
Well, and I think that was done originally, and so we can do that again.
Excellent. And you said something about
and then we'll decal it, and then you know, the decals should have a clear coat over them, so we'll do a clear coat over the decals. That way, you know, you can't just, well, like this, you can't just scrape them off with your fingernail.
Right, right.
And the decals I use are a dry app decal made by Screen Specialty Shop in West Jefferson, North Carolina.
Oh, excellent.
And they're a wonderful product. And, you know, the beauty of them is they will chemically interlock with the clear coat. And so that it virtually, I mean, they virtually become part of the paint job.
Sure.
So that, you know, they don't chip off unless the paint chips off. So.
Well, it's going to look sharp. It's going to look better than new, that's for sure.
Well.
You don't think so?
Yes, it probably will.
I'm sure your paint jobs are better than what they did out of the factory. Knocking the paint off it by the lug at the head tube, and then we're going to check it out. Turns out this bike was touched up with powder coat, which is really tough to take off with the sandblaster.
Well,
so he's actually using.
I'm speculating.
Speculating that. So we're using
80 grit utility core.
80 grit. Okay, that's taking it off. So he's going above and beyond here.
Got some rust here.
Sometimes you think you know what you got, but you don't. Now what he's doing now, he's checking to see if the tube is perfectly round.
Well, and what I'm doing is rolling the tube.
Rolling the tube. And since you're making it round.
Well, yeah, if it weren't, I mean, it would be better now.
Gotcha. All right.
It'd be more rounder.
We're just trying to figure out whether or not it's worth doing this frame, and so far, I still want to do it. I think we got something here. Once again, it's not their top line frame, but it does mean a lot to me. Kind of like to see this thing rolling. I got all the perfect parts for it. Here, tell me about this frame over here.
Sorry now.
No, this
He's got a little, you know, he's got some fingerprints and a little dust on it.
So when did you build this frame?
I built this, I finished this earlier, like a month ago.
Oh, okay, so it's fairly new.
And I built a front rack for it, and you know, that'll mount to the cantilever studs right
wow,
here.
that's kind of a neat idea.
And you know, there's a hole for it right here, and then you know, there's, yeah, I mean, I can show you a similar rack.
Sure. Oh, I see. So it mounts
yeah,
here.
Yeah. So this is
It mounts
so this,
here.
Yeah, and this one's store bought. But so it's a rack similar to that, and it's still at the plate and shop.
Okay, so you made one custom for this.
Custom made one for this. And
Excellent.
It's at the plate and shop. You know, like I custom made this one as well.
Oh, I see. Oh, look at that. It's got some good lines to it. Now, if you look at the work here, I'm going to try to focus in. Just beautiful, precise work. Beautifully polished, beautifully.
Yeah.
Look at the line. Look at that
The guy I
line.
built
So
this-
clean.
Yeah, the guy I built this frame for expressed an affection for long spear point lugs.
Sure. That is sharp.
Yeah. And you know, and long spear points are kind of my normal style, but these are a bit longer than normal because I used a set of. Let's see if I can find this set. Yeah, here we go.
Wow, check that out, guys. Yeah, a selection of lugs there.
Yeah. I used a set of Pashenti lugs. These were designed by a guy named Kirk Pashenti. And he designed these so there would be I mean, there's kind of a basic shape there, which I suppose you could leave just as it is.
Sure.
But his intention was there was enough material here that a frame builder could shape this to suit themselves.
So you
suit-
customize that,
suit
sure.
the customer. And you customize
That
it.
makes sense.
And so I didn't have access to any lugs that would have a potentially longer spear point than that.
Gotcha, right.
And so, and what I did to help it make the point look even longer, you know, is
Yeah, look at the length of that, guys.
yeah,
That's just
you know, so basically, you know, to
amazing.
make that look longer, I mean, I cut this line in even deeper.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get with a custom frame, guys.
Yeah.
You're not getting a run-of-the-mill factory bike. You're getting custom lengths, you're getting custom lugs, you're getting custom paint, everything. And this is just beautiful.
Yeah, that was an experiment that I did with blank lugs.
Now, here's one of Jeffrey's personal bikes. Check out the pinstriping on that. Beautiful lug work. Love the little windows here, the two-tone paint.
Those are hand cut from blanks.
Those are hand cut as well from a blank.
Yeah,
So that's your lug. You customize that.
well, yeah. Okay, so there's a blank.
Oh my, so that's quite a stretch. So you're putting a lot of hours
Yeah.
into this. That's just crazy.
My friend Doug Fatty does beautiful hand cut lugs from blanks, and I'd never done it. I mean, I started building in '75, and all these years I've never done a blank lug. And I got a hold of the set, and I thought, oh, I need to try it. So I tried it.
Well, it looks like it worked.
Mine aren't well.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you.
It's just gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little sentimental, but just having your own piece of work or piece of art to ride is just, you know, awesome.
That one is a heavy-duty touring bike.
Yeah, this is sharp. Told me earlier that he was building this bike to go across Europe on, and it just he did it a couple times with his wife. Got some low riders, pretty sharp. Got to have the bell. So check this out, guys. Look how clean that is, how well filed it is, how smooth it is, the beautiful braze work that's on there, and oh wow, love that. Love the star-shaped braze-ons. Braze-on front derailleur. So it's a new frame, but it has some retro reminiscent.
Yeah, and basically,
Features to it.
okay, in the bottom bracket, here's what we started with on the bottom bracket shell.
Gotcha.
So it's just, I mean, this is for standard diameter tubes, but it was the
Right.
same shell. So that was the basic And there was enough material there where I was able to cut the Nervex design there. So.
All custom cut. Check that out. That is beautiful. That's a work of art. It's one thing to build a frame. It's another thing to build a frame that's a work of art. That's just gorgeous. Well, it's excellent. Check out the lugs on here. They're reminiscent of the old Nervex lugs.
Yeah, well, these are the, this lug set is a Richard Sachs, made these, and he calls them Nuvex.
Nuvex, right.
And basically he copied the lines of the original Nervex lugs, but made them for oversized tubing.
Interesting. So you got a 1 1/4 inch tubing, but the same.
Well, this is 1.8" here, 1.25" down there.
Oh, I see.
As opposed to an inch and 1.8". I mean, yeah, like
Correct.
Standard tube is 1 inch top, 1.8" down tube.
Correct.
This is 1.8", 1.25".
Gotcha. There you go. So if someone was to come to you to build a frame, I want to say a standard frame. There's no such thing. Okay. What's the price range you're going to expect somebody to get?
Base price on a simple road bike, with your standard raisins, is $3,500.
Oh, that's reasonable, actually.
I mean, that's built. It's built to measure, and that's with a single standard metallic or solid, solid color paint job.
Gotcha.
And then from there, it has legs.
I can imagine. I gotta say, because 35 is a good starting place. It's actually not bad.
Yeah. Like the Rondo bike, I mean, this is gonna, before you came, I was getting ready to start fitting these fenders. Okay, this is a pair of Honjo fenders. There are no holes pre-cut in those fenders or drilled in those fenders. And
sure.
So you have to figure out the placement. You have to drill all the holes. The fender is a little bit.
Got your brace on there. Sure.
Yeah, the fender is a little bit too wide to fit here, so I'm gonna have to dimple that, so it fits.
Sure.
Like right now it won't.
So this is all custom made. There's
you can't. It doesn't quite go all the way in there to the bridge.
Sure.
So that has to be dimpled. I'm gonna have. He's got a Schmidt SL hub here. Okay, so this is a generator hub that'll run his lights, and it also has the ability to, he's installing a headlight, which I don't have here yet.
That's a sharp
USB
bike.
port so that he can charge his phone.
No, USB-F a hub?
Yeah.
That is so neat. Yeah. Hey, thanks so much. I learned a whole bunch today, no doubt. Your level of knowledge is amazing. Can't wait to see this thing done. Just want to thank you for taking the time. You went above and beyond. You put the thing in the sandblaster. You unovalized the tube. You let me talk your ear off. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, John.
Nice meeting you. We'll see you. We'll see the frame hopefully in the next 3 months or so.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Awesome. Hey guys, I got to tell you how humbling that is. You think you know a lot about vintage bikes. You think you know a lot about bicycle frames and that. I've been around this stuff forever. And then you get next to a real pro and you're humbled. And I don't mind being humbled. Level of knowledge is off the charts. The work is gorgeous. Part of me thinks I'm spending a little bit too much on this frame, but you know what? I got the bike really, really cheap. The parts are in superb shape. And when this thing is done, I'm gonna have the best competition GS on the planet. And so I'm excited about that. It's gonna show well, it's gonna ride well. I already put a few miles on it before we tore it up. And so we're good to go. We're done here, we're good to go. Now we're gonna go into Ames and into Des Moines and check out some bike shops. Here we are in downtown Ames, Iowa. And check out this shop, Skunk River Cycles. Let's go in. Oh, already digging the vintage Schwinn sign. Came across a Raleigh International here. It looks like a 74-ish. You guys can correct me, probably wrong. And then, what do we got here? Old Tana. Check this thing out. Hasn't been my thing to check it out. You can tell, somebody tell me the vintage of this thing. I'd be like, oh, pretty sharp. What's this thing here? That's a brake. Oh my God. That is so neat. Over here. Wow, let's check this out. Super Corsa. Looks like he said that was a 72. tell me who that is? That's pretty cool. It's actually on the track. Track by 12. Now we're in Urbandale, which is a suburb of Des Moines. Check this thing out. That is a Chinelli. Because of that rig earlier, it tells me it's from the 50s. That could be about maybe the early 60s. That is not something you see every day. Or maybe even a lifetime. Rare. Check that out. You're the rig earlier in this thing. Looks like you're toward your friends rig earlier. Very sharp. Now we're in the West Des Moines bike road. Check this out now. The old Jeffrey Bock here. I don't know what year that is. It's like the 90s or the 2000s. Waterford, Mark Rag Ryan. Look at that. That was a classic. Let's see if I get that door. There you go. That was a classic spec they had to go out and flames on the side. One of their earlier generations of carbon fiber. That's kind of cool. Of course, you got all these jerseys. When do you see a bike shop like this anymore? You just don't. The place is massive. Get an iPhone. You just don't see this anymore, do you? And of course, a lot of these are modern bikes that don't interest anyone on my channel. People fall asleep when I show newer bikes. But they have the largest collection of team jerseys. A lot of them are signed. Pretty crazy. All over here as well. Look at that. Look at that. Well, guys, I'm here at Bike World in Des Moines. Now, this is the West Des Moines location. I didn't film inside. There wasn't a ton. I think I just showed you a couple things. I didn't walk out unscathed though. So check out what I got. I actually bought my first DeRosa. Pretty cool. Now it is spaced 130. It's probably a 90s frame, maybe early 2000s. I'm gonna do some work. The Campanella seat post is not fluted, but it does have the Super Record top, if someone could tell me the era of that. Also, it has your 90s style headset. Once again, not sure which one that is because Athena and Super Record looked very similar actually at the time. But considering it has these on here, you could tell it had some brifters on it. Very sharp though, 59 center to center. Probably a hair tall for me, but that's okay. A few scuffs here and there, but honestly, definitely within my range of quality, and I'm pretty excited about it. So we'll get this baby home. We'll figure out how to equip it. Should be fun.